Hello, my beautiful people. So today we are going to understand cultural approach of personality. Imagine two children, one in North Korea and other in United States. The North Korean child learns very quickly that silence is not just polite in North Korea, but it is the survival. Asking the wrong question, speaking too boldly, or showing too much individuality can be dangerous and even punishable. Yes, in North Korea, if you are too bold, it can be punishable. So their personality bends toward caution, obedience, and control. Meanwhile, the American child grows up in classrooms and homes where teachers and parents says, "Don't be shy, share your opinion." From an early age, boldness is rewarded, independence is celebrated, and personality blossoms in the direction of confidence, assertiveness, and self-expression. The same basic human traits exist in the both children, but culture decides which ones are safe to show and which ones are dangerous to reveal, and that lead to their personality. So here is the story of suitcase full of values and cultures. Raj was known in his Indian hometown as a quiet and respectful young man. From childhood, he was taught by the family to be humble, obedient, and to put family first. His parents always said that in our culture, family is everything, and he also believed that. Raj carried these values like a heavy but cherished suitcase wherever he went. When Raj moved to a university in abroad, he met Maya, a fellow student from the USA. Maya was outspoken, creative, and challenged Raj's idea of freedom and success. One day, during a cultural fair, Raj was asked to share a story about himself. He was very nervous, but he opened his suitcase only to realize that it was empty. He looked around at the crowd, then at Maya, who smiled encouragingly. Raj took a deep breath and said, "My culture taught me to carry family in my heart, not in things, but here I am learning to carry my own dreams too." The crowd applauded, not just for his words, but for his courage to grow beyond expectation and to bring his cultures and values together. Later, Maya asked him, "What really in your suitcase is, Raj?" He smiled. "Not things, but stories. Stories I'm just beginning to write." So what this shows, that Raj's personality was deeply shaped by his Indian culture, humble, family-centered, and respectful. But moving to a new culture made him question and expand who he was. His true growth was blending his cultural roots with the new dreams and writing his own story. So here culture packs the suitcase, but we choose what stories we carry forward. Now we'll try to understand what is cultural approach to personality. It is the idea that personality is not just individual or biological. It is also shaped by our cultural environment a person grows up in. Culture provides norms, values, and beliefs. Norms, what considered acceptable; values, what considered important; and beliefs, what considered true or meaningful. These influence how personality traits are expressed, developed, and understood. Now we'll try to understand the key ideas in cultural approach. The first key idea is that the culture shapes our trait expression. Even if two people share the same trait, for example introversion, their culture affects how the trait is seen and expressed. For example, in Japan, the introversion trait is seen as polite, thoughtful, and calm, whereas in USA, introversion trait is seen as shy, quiet, and maybe withdrawn. So the same behavior in two different cultures lead to the different personality. Now the second idea is individualism versus collectivism. These are the two major cultural orientations that affect the personality development. For example, in individualistic culture, like in USA and UK, the identity is "I am unique," and their goal is personal success and self-expression. And the orientation what they follow is they encourage independence and assertiveness. Whereas in collective culture, like in India and China, identity is like "I'm the part of family community," and they believe in group harmony and family duty, and their orientation culture is they show respect, obedience, and cooperation. For example, this India, they might taught their children to listen to their elders and think of the family reputation first, and that is embedded in their personality development. Whereas in USA, a child might be encouraged to speak their mind and chase their personal dreams first. Now the next key idea is cultural scripts and rules. People in different cultures are taught different scripts for how to act in certain roles, like as a student, as a parent, and as a friend. For example, in African cultures, elders are deeply respected, young people are expected to greet and listen to them with care, like in collectivist culture. Whereas in Western culture, people may treat older adults more freely and casually and speak more freely, even if they disagree. It doesn't mean that they are disrespecting their elders, but they have their own way of treating them. Now the next key idea is Big 5 factor personality trait across the different cultures. The Big 5 personality trait appear globally, but scores and expressions always differ. For example, the trait like openness is higher in modern and Western culture. People value new experiences, for example in Netherlands, and it is lower in traditional society where stability is preferred. And the second trait, consciousness, is high in culture like Germany. The time management orders are highly valued. And the next trait, agreeableness, is high in India and Thailand. Emphasis is on kindness and respect. And the next trait, extroversion, is high in USA and Brazil. Social, energetic behavior is always rewarded there. And the last one is neuroticism, which is higher in some East Asian countries, more self-critical due to cultural expectations. So every culture, every emotional expression is very precious and very important. So we have to understand that culture affects our personality a lot. Why it matters? It understands the personality through culture. It avoids stereotypes, appreciates different ways of being, different personalities, communicate and work better across different cultures. It respects that normal behavior varies by context. For example, if we are aware that in Netherlands the agreeableness or openness is highly valued, then we will understand that this is the different culture. And in India, if the respect and family orientation is more valued, we will understand that this is their culture, and personality will be developing according to different cultures. So the cultural approach, in the end, I would like to say that who you are is shaped not just by biology, but by where you come from, what your people value, and the roles you have learned to play. So here is the final thought, that personality is not just what you are born with, but it is shaped by where you grow up, how you are raised, and what your culture values. I hope you like this topic, and if you like this topic, you can always subscribe my channel. You can give your precious feedback also. Thank you and have a nice day.